Excellency Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya.
Your Excellency, Honorable Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency's Head of State and Government, the Chairman of the Inter-Africa Coffee Organization, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I first take this opportunity to sincerely thank you, Your Excellency, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for hosting this very important summit. Equally, let me convey the salutations and solidarity of His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto to you and to the people of Uganda. It is gratifying and encouraging that the African community gathers here in Kampala to reflect on and celebrate the Africa coffee sector. Indeed, this summit is an affirmation of our collective commitment to support transformative reforms in our coffee sector. As African leaders, we also laud and commend initiatives under the Inter-African Coffee Organization of transforming the African coffee sector through value addition, a theme that resonates well with our aspirations. It is on this firm commitment that Kenya hosted the first G-25 African Coffee Summit in Nairobi from 25th to 27th May 2022, which was attended by 41 African countries. During the Nairobi Summit, the African coffee-producing countries made the following declarations on the Africa coffee sector. First, to include coffee among the strategic agricultural commodities. This will enable the continent to identify, formulate, and drive the implementation of policies and solutions for higher returns in the sector. Second, to support production and research, enhance transparency and traceability of origins, encourage youth employment and empowerment of women, allocate more land for coffee production, incentivize farmers, support coffee research, and offer technical assistance to farmers. Third, to enhance access to finance through government-backed schemes, African Coffee Facility Fund, and support for the African Export-Import Bank, AfriExim, the African Development Bank, and the African Union. And fourth, to address value addition and domestic consumption by opening up domestic markets and share knowledge on the health benefits of coffee and investment in value addition. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, coffee is an important export commodity for many African countries and has the potential of unlocking the continent's prosperity, foster inclusive growth, boost economic growth, and lead to rapid transformation of the continent. Your Excellency, let me echo some of your statistics. African coffee accounts for about 12% of the world's coffee production, making it the second largest, most traded commodity in Africa after oil. In the year 2021-2022, for example, Africa's coffee production registered a dismal performance of 19.27 million bags of coffee, compared to a global production of 167.2 million bags in the same period. This is a paltry 11.5% against a potential of 40% attributable to Africa's comparative advantage in land acreage, rainfall, and fertile soils. As a continent, we must develop appropriate strategies to reverse this negative trend and reclaim our position on the global coffee platform. Ladies and gentlemen, domestic consumption of African coffee remains dismal. Africa consumes less than 10% of our value-added coffee, while consumption of imported coffee is on the increase. At the same time, Africa is a net importer of about 12 million bags of coffee, much of which is value-added. Paradoxically, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Africa exports 11 million bags, mainly raw coffee, and imports more value-added coffee. In the process, the continent loses much on job creation, foreign exchange, to mention but a few. In the Kenyan context, coffee is grown in 33 counties out of a total of 47 counties by an estimated 800,000 smallholder growers aggregated into 590 cooperative societies and 2,700 coffee estates with a total acreage of 109,000 hectares dedicated to coffee production. Kenya recognizes the strategic role the coffee subsector plays towards the country's economic growth and vertical integration. Specifically, coffee is a major source of employment, poverty alleviation, food security, foreign exchange, and generally contributes to the livelihood of many Kenyans and is estimated to support directly and indirectly over 5 million Kenyans along the coffee value chain. Kenya pledges for sustainable development to prioritize agriculture as one of the top 6 pillars in the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, where all cash crop production is nationalized with compensation of farmers. Cognizance of this, Kenya has prioritized coffee as one of the quick turnaround key subsectors in our economic development model, popularly known as the bottom-up economic transformative agenda, BETTER, as espoused in the Kenya Kwanza Government Manifesto for 2022 to 2027. Looking at the historical performance, the coffee subsector attained remarkable growth soon after independence, leading to the growth of an all-time high production of 130,000 metric tons in 1987-1988 during the famous coffee boom. Currently, coffee production has been declining due to challenges such as climate change vagaries, perennial price volatility, market access, and low domestic consumption, among others. The decline in production has adversely affected farmers' earnings and their livelihoods. Your Excellencies, Kenya has come up with various initiatives to reverse the declining performance of the coffee sector. The initiatives include e-voucher fertilizer input subsidy program for coffee farmers, rollout of the coffee revitalization program, establishment of the Cherry Advanced Revolving Fund, coffee credit financing through the establishment of Commodities Fund to provide affordable finance credit for coffee farming and other agricultural produce, as well as review of the subsector's legislation. I am convinced that these reform initiatives will bear fruit by increasing Kenya's coffee production from the current 51,000 metric tons realized in 2021-2022 to 100,000 metric tons by the year 2025, thereby contributing to an increase in Africa's coffee production globally. The African Continental Free Trade Area provides opportunities for the acceleration of the inter-African trade. We must therefore take advantage of this vast market potential for Africa by promoting domestic consumption of and boosting African-grown coffee, besides boosting trade position in the global market. Kenya is a good example of promoting inter-African coffee trade in coffee. Kenya's coffee imports from African countries have grown tremendously over a 5-year period from 3 metric tons in 2019-2010 to 857 metric tons in 2022-2023. In the same period, Kenya's coffee exports to African countries reduced from 1,064 metric tons to 212 metric tons, a decrease of 80%. Not very good statistics there. What does this probably show? That Kenya is at the forefront of promoting intra-Africa coffee trade, while majority are not embracing the spirit of the African free trade area. Your Excellencies, with these few remarks, I look forward to fruitful deliberations and concrete outcomes that will indeed bolster the share of Africa in the global coffee market. I wish to assure you of my commitment and support in this endeavor. Finally, I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the leadership of ICAO for organizing such a robust event. I thank you. Asante sana. God bless you all. And I will go and take my cup of coffee. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. The Prime Cabinet Secretary of Kenya, yes, coffee is served and it's delicious. So it's Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, and the birthplace of Robusta coffee, while Ethiopia is the birthplace of Arabica.